July 4th, 2026, Heathrow Airport, London. A man walks through the passport gate. He's wearing black clothes and a blue sweater. He looks calm, he looks normal. Thousands of people fly out of Heathrow every day. But police say this man was not just traveling. They said he was running away. From what exactly, that would be my question. 2 days later, police in the UK broke down the door of his expensive house. The house cost more than £1 million. Inside, they found lifeless bodies, a mother and her 2 daughters, all 3 gone. Prime suspect, that guy at the airport. But he was nowhere to be found. Police believe he got on a plane to Zimbabwe. Today we ask a painful question. Our people leave home to look for a better life. So why do some of these marriages that survived poverty, distance and visa problems, end not in happiness but in death? This documentary covers the stories of Zimbabwean couples who went on to end each other in the diaspora. And at the end, we will talk about the hard truth that nobody in the diaspora wants to say out loud. These kind of videos, they are there to educate, and the kind of feedback that I see in the comments, it's a learning curve for everybody, and I'm seeing the positive feedback. If you are new, I'm kindly asking if you can subscribe and like the video. Please, I'm kindly asking if you can subscribe and like the video. Please, I beg you. Essex, England, 2019. Linda Nomagogo Velika, 41 years old, born and raised in Bulawayo. Her family remembers a happy woman with a beautiful smile. Her sister said Linda inspired them to aim higher in life. Linda built her life in a small village in Essex, England. But behind closed doors, things were dark. Her partner, Wilfred Jacob, was eaten up by jealousy. Police later found out he believed Linda was seeing an old boyfriend, a man she left 20 years ago. A man who was not even in England. He was in Zimbabwe. Jacob was secretly recording Linda inside her own home. He was sending her threats on WhatsApp. And Linda did exactly what she was supposed to do. She called the police. She told an officer that her husband was threatening her, that she was afraid, that the proof was right there in the WhatsApp messages. The officer did not properly check her report. The threats were not investigated right away. 8 days later, Linda Velika lost her life at that same address. She was attacked with a knife in broad daylight. Police found that Jacob had planned everything. He made sure he would be alone with Linda for a long time on that day. In January 2021, a jury found Wilfred Jacob guilty of murder. He was given a life sentence. To our sisters in the diaspora watching this, Linda's story is not a reason to keep quiet. It is a reason to speak up. But if you think Linda's case is painful, wait until you hear about the other stories which are to follow in this video. Great Denham, Bedfordshire, a quiet and rich part of England, the kind of a place Zimbabweans back home dream about when they think of making it overseas. And this family has made it. The husband worked as an IT manager. Reports say he was earning around £100,000 a year. The family home cost over £1.2 million, 4 bedrooms. Neighbors said the family was successful, hardworking, respected in the community. Then in early July 2026, the family went quiet. Days passed. Nobody saw the mother, nobody saw the girls. People became worried. On Monday, July 6, police broke into the home. Inside, they found 3 bodies. Police believe they are not Thabo Zandile Shuma. Everyone called her Zandile, 42 years old. Her daughter, Natalie, only 15, and little Nala, just 5 years old. Police started a murder investigation and they named one suspect. The suspect is the husband and father, Mukanyisi Chuma, 45 years old. His friends call him Mark. But here's the part that shocked the world. Police say that 2 days before the bodies were even found, Chuma had already walked through Heathrow Airport with his British passport and got on a plane believed to be going to Zimbabwe. The CCTV video shows a man walking calmly through the airport, no fear on his face, no rushing. A police officer, Detective Lee Martin, spoke to him through the news cameras. His message was simple. He said, "A criminal investigation has no borders. Hand yourself in." But there is one big problem. The UK and Zimbabwe do not have a simple agreement for sending suspects back. So if Chuma is in Zimbabwe, bringing him back to a British court will be very hard. It could take months, it could take years, it may never happen at all. Now hold on to that detail. A suspect flying home to Zimbabwe, because later in this video you will meet a woman who made the exact same journey but in the opposite direction, and her story will shock you even more. Let me be very clear. Mark was arrested yesterday in South Africa by South African police, and as I speak right now, they are working on his paperwork so that he can be sent back to the UK to answer for his crimes. But no matter what the courts say or decide, three coffins tell us one thing for sure. Zandile, Natalie, and Nala should still be alive today. Emily Mnemo was one of ours in every way. A Zimbabwean nurse at Watford General Hospital, a mother of two, one of Zimbabwean health workers keeping British hospitals running. Her estranged husband, Shoniwa Gibson Maskana, had already been to court once before. He was accused of attacking her at home. The court did set him free. Just weeks after walking out of the courtroom, a free man, Maskana went to Emily's home. What happened next was described in court as a wild and violent attack. He used two knives. The attack was so brutal that one of the blades broke. Emily, a woman who spent her life serving other people, could not be saved. Maskana denied everything. He said he was not the one who did it. But Emily's blood was found on his clothes. A jury found him guilty of murder, and he was given life sentence, at least 27 years before he can even ask for parole. He tried to appeal. He said his trial was unfair. The judges refused. Are you seeing a pattern here? An accusation, a court case, then a short window of time where the danger is at its highest. Experts have a name for this, and we'll talk about it at the end. But first, meet the man who thought an ocean could hide him. Ella Chimweta came to the UK from Zimbabwe with the same dream as everyone else, a better life, and she was living that dream. She was 32 years old, a nurse at Colchester General Hospital. Just weeks before the incident, she and her partner had taken in an 11-year-old girl to look after. Her partner's name was Tabengwa Daniel, a trainee scientist. The police who dealt with him used one word to describe him: arrogant. After a fight at their flat in Colchester, Ella lost her life, and what Tabengwa did next tells you everything about him. He hid her body, then he got on a plane and flew to Cameroon. Now here comes the twist. Detectives from Essex reached him on the phone. And somehow, maybe pressure, maybe pride, maybe he believed he could talk his way out of anything, Tabengwa flew back to the United Kingdom that September. After a 5-week trial, a jury found him guilty of murder, and he was given life in prison. There is now two men in this story who ran to an airport. One came back and is in prison for life, and the other is in police custody in South Africa right now as we speak. This shows that distance can delay justice but not erase it. So far, every story has been about a man harming a woman. You might think that this is the only way this happens. The next story will prove you wrong. Bridget Makaza was living in the United Kingdom, and the husband, MacLeod Mapanga, was a successful businessman back home in Zimbabwe. He owned the bus company Kurai Coaches. In May 2018, at their home in Belvedere, Harare, Mapanga was shot 3 times while he was sleeping. Bridget told the police a story. She said armed robbers broke in, shot her husband, and stole $12,000. The court was not buying it and did not believe a single word. This all happened soon after coming back from the United Kingdom. And then when she arrived in Zimbabwe, Makaza traveled to South Africa. There, the court found that she bought a revolver with the serial numbers wrapped off and smuggled it into Zimbabwe by road. The judge said the act was planned, prepared, and carried out while the victim was asleep. In her defense, Makaza said she had suffered years of abuse, beatings, cheating, and mental torture. She said the gun went off during a struggle. She also said that the police forced a confession out of her. In 2025, Bridget Makaza was sentenced to 27 years in prison. The court did not accept her abuse claims in this case. But let us be honest with each other. Abuse in diaspora marriages is real, and it affects both men and women. So here's the thing here, 5 families destroyed. So what is the one thing connecting all of them? The answer is in the next section, and it might be happening in a home near you right now. 5 stories. So what connects them? 4 things actually. Number 1, pressure with no way out. Life abroad is sold to us as paradise. The truth, double shifts, sending money home every month, the black tax, racism at work, visa stress, 2 tired people passing each other at the door, one starting a night shift, one just finishing. Marriages that survived Mbare start breaking in Manchester. Number 2, the power flip. Back home, many marriages followed traditional roles. The man leads, the man provides. But in the UK, it is often the wife, the nurse, the care worker who earns the most money. She has her own bank account, her own freedom. For some men, this change feels like losing control, and experts who study domestic violence see this pattern over and over again. The danger arises when control slips away from men. Look at the stories. Emily was a nurse, Ella was a nurse, Linda had built her own life. Number 3, living is the most dangerous moment. Listen to these numbers from the UK. In the year 2025 alone, there were 111 domestic homicides. 75 of the victims were women, and 67 of those women lost their lives to a current or a former partner. The moment a woman leaves or tries to leave, it is the moment the risk is at its highest. Emily lost her life just weeks after a court case. Linda lost hers just days after reporting threats. Number 4, loneliness and shame. Back home, a troubled marriage had witnesses, aunties and uncles. The whole community was involved and they would step in. In the diaspora, there is nobody. It is just 2 people, a mortgage and a culture that says, do not wash your dirty linen in public. Do not embarrass the family. Just pray about it. So the warning signs stay hidden inside WhatsApp messages that only detectives read after it is too late. If we refuse to talk about this pressure cooker, we are promising ourselves more names on this list. Somewhere right now in Luton or Leicester, there is a Zimbabwean couple sitting in silence. The love that carried them through visa applications is slowly fading away, and it has turned into something they cannot even name. If that is you, hear me. I might not have a beard or 1 million subscribers, but listen to me. Living a dangerous marriage is not a failure. Reporting abuse is not betraying your culture. In fact, culture. And if someone comes to you for help, a sister, a workmate, a church member, believe them the first time. Because Linda's story showed us that sometimes there is no second time. Our people crossed the oceans to build better lives. Let us make sure better also means being safe inside our own homes. Now I want to hear from you. What do you think is the biggest pressure destroying diaspora marriages? Tell me in the comments. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you so much, guys, for the amazing support that you give this YouTube channel.